Welcome to Believers IAS. Less than 3 months are left for our upcoming prelims. Now we'll be starting with previous year questions. We need to solve the previous year questions because we have seen that many times questions have been repeated. We'll be starting with economics first, then later on we'll do polity, environment and other things. So let's solve. The first question is, in the context of the Indian economy, non-financial debt includes which of the following? So the first option was given, housing loans owed by households, amounts outstanding on credit card and treasury bills. So this non-financial debt, these are amount which cannot be relent. Cannot be relent. So the first one, housing loans owned by the household, so this cannot be relent, so this is right. Second, amount outstanding on credit card, again this cannot be relent, this is right. Treasury bills, this also cannot be relent. So the answer here is all three. Next. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statement. Commercial paper is a short-term unsecured promissory notes. This is right. They're unsecured, just remember this. Certificate of deposit is a long-term instrument issued by the Reserve Bank of India to a corporation. No, this is wrong. First of all, they are not long-term and they are not issued by RBI. They are issued by banks. It can be commercial bank, apart from RRBs, plus financial institutions. And bank can lend it, up to 1 year. And FIs, financial institution, can lend it up to 1 to 3 years. So if you eliminate 2, you'll be left with 2 options. And since we knew that the first statement is right, so straight away we get our answer. But let's check out the other statement too. Call money is a short-term finance used for interbank transaction. So this is right. Next, zero coupon bond are the interest-bearing short-term bonds issued by the commercial bank to corporation. So first of all, these are not interest-bearing. These are given at face value. You have to be paid at face value. Something similar we can say is T-bills. Next. So the answer, if you eliminate the second one, you straight away get your answer. Because option 2 was there in 2 options. So only 3. This statement, because we knew that the first statement was right. So C becomes our answer. What is the importance of the term interest coverage ratio of a firm? It helps in understanding the present risk of a firm that a bank is going to give a loan to. Yes. It helps in evaluating the emerging risk of a firm that a bank is going to give a loan to. Right? The higher a borrowing firm's level of interest coverage ratio, the worse is its ability to service its debt. If the interest coverage ratio is higher, it will be more safer, because that means he can pay more interest. So this statement was wrong. So if we eliminate 3, you'll be left with this 2. And since we knew that the first one was right, so our answer is 1 and 2. See, there is no thumb rule, but one thing I would like to say is, sometimes general statements are usually right. See, the first two statements were very general, but the third one included is higher, worse. So this why, if this is not a shortcut, but still I can say like this works most of the time, not always. Next, the Reserve Bank of India recent directive relating to storage of payment system data, popularly known as data dictate command. The payment system provides that they shall ensure that entire data relating to payment system operated by them are stored system only in a system only in India. So this is right. So recently also we have seen data protection law which also talks about this. They shall ensure that the system are owned and operated by public sector's enterprises. Even the private are allowed. They shall submit the consolidated system audit report to the Comptroller and Auditor General of India by the end of calendar year. No, not CAG. There are commissioners, information commissioners, and other officers which are looking into this matter. So, if the second statement, because it straight away says that operated by public sector enterprises, so if you eliminate second, you'll be left with 1 and 3. But first statement, since this data protection law itself talks about it in, so this payment system also, it is subsumed under all that act. So it is only in India, because now what is the problem is all the data embassies are stored outside India, and we have seen the problem of cyber security. Like there was an example which I can say is Facebook, Cambridge Analytica case. Cambridge Analytica case. Do have a look into this case. Similarly, in India, recently we saw that in AIMS, there's a lot of, hacks, and similarly Aadhaar misuse. So do go through this act. Probably this can be repeated again. Then the last question. Consider the following statement. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, PNGRB, is the first regulatory body set up by the government of India. See, the first statement, if you do not remember the year also, when was it set up? But it is very specifically talking about it, saying that it is the first. There were many others regulatory boards before this. There was SEBI before this. 1988, 1992 through an act. So, when I was discussing like generalized statements are right, but specific statements is the one where you have to be very careful. The first statement is wrong. Since the options were, can you see the options? If you eliminate the first one, you got your answer. So this was easy. Let's see what is the second statement says. One of the tasks of PNGRB is to ensure competitive market for gases. Yes. Appeals against the decision of PNGRB go before the Appellate Tribunal of Electricity. Yes. So if you do not know also, you have got your answer just by eliminating the first one. So this is it for today. Every day we'll be solving 5 questions, and through this way we'll be finishing all our previous year questions. So thank you, and keep sharing the video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.